So I hope everyone is doing well. This video is a little bit different. This is not about Amazon FBA. So please disregard Amazon FBA from this video for one moment, right? This video is actually about online education, right? Now, I've been involved in this space for a little while now. I've been using it primarily to fund my Amazon FBA business so I can buy more products quicker. Like ultimately it was all about funding more products. Like I do what I preach. Like I buy products all the time. Like literally that's all I do. I buy products continually, right? Or all I want to do rather, because I just literally, I've connected products with income. So I know that if I buy more products, I'll make more income. Like that's it, right? But as you know, products are expensive, like relatively, if you're buying lots. Like one product would be £2,500 to £3,500. But if you're buying, 6, 7, 8 products and then you're restocking and all this, you're talking tens of thousands of pounds, right? But that's my goal, that's my objective. And that's the objective Alex has as well. And that's what we've been doing with Product Launch Ninja. We've been helping folks start their journey and reinvest in the monies they pay us. All the money. I've never taken a wage out of this back into more products or into creative or into, mentoring for the guys in the community. Like actually a lot of it goes back into mentoring now and into support, honestly, right? But in the early days, a lot of it went into products and I just worked for free. Nevertheless, I've always seen the benefit of online education. I've seen it as a huge vehicle for making, really high margins, basically, on a one-to-many scale. Because I actually got my start. Not many of you might know this. I got my start in Amazon FBA by doing a course. An online course. I never bought a course or anything online before, right? And kudos to the people that invested in Product Launch Ninja and trusted us. And I think I can safely say I think we've earned your trust. You've seen how much we work for you guys, right? But I had never invested in anything online like that before. I'd sold a little bit online, but I'd never invested. And I got talking to a guy and he actually had a lot of success on Amazon and he had a course. And this was back 2015, 2016. And he said, Peter, you know what? Do this course, right? This will teach you everything you need to know to get started, right? And definitely to get started, it did, right? But I invested £1,000 or dollars into that course, right? But that had taught me the frameworks and the basis that actually became my Amazon career and then ultimately became Product Launch Ninja. And we've improved and changed things as time went on and things have changed. Like that was 2016. Like things have changed since then, but that gave me by and large, the fundamentals to get started in this, right? But I never would have thought of online education until that point. Now it's funny. I was speaking to my wife yesterday and I was kind of like, if I was in America and we were talking about college fees of maybe $250,000, $300,000, I'd actually really be thinking about, hold on a minute, like would I be better just paying to be in a mastermind or in these rooms of highly successful people and making a go of it that way instead of going through a college education where you get a job then after and you pay back this debt? Like would I be better going into the rooms with the really successful people, networking with them and modeling what they're doing and having success that way? I think that's the way I would go down now, right? But anyway, I've always wanted to help people. I've always felt this urge to create communities and just give my all to people. When people have problems inside Product Launch Ninja, like my wife will echo this. Like I take it inside. I take it very deep, like, and usually, like, very rarely, like, the problems usually aren't with us. Like, literally, it's a complex business. Things go wrong or things happen, right? We help people as best we can, right? And we advise them and mentor them, but like my wife would even say, like, literally the color, not that I have much color, would fade from my face because I'd be so annoyed. Like, I value when people trust us with their money, right? But anyway, I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to share what I'm doing, share my knowledge, right? Because I think knowledge is power. It really is. Like when I'm struggling with something, it's usually because I don't know. And there's so many people out there that do know, but I don't know their knowledge. I have to Google it, try and find it, and then try to figure out like what's real, what's not, and all this sort of stuff. That's why, like, I think when things are put into courses, it's really, really powerful. So you may know Alex here inside Product Launch Ninja. He recently started an experiment where he created an online course for copywriting, right? That's something he'd been doing for a long time. And that course came about because he had started documenting his copywriting exploits on YouTube on a channel, right? Much like this. And he asked people to join, his copy club, sent them emails, and then offered them a really low cost course, right? And it was so interesting because he started doing this just on the 28th of 2nd or 3rd of April, right? Or March. Yeah, March. And now we're on the 10th of April, right? He started doing this and he launched the course on like the 27th, 28th of March. And since then, he sold like thousands of pounds of this really low cost copywriting course, right? And I found this so interesting because what I seen was someone was taking something that they knew, they were creating content and value in the YouTube videos, and then people were engaging with them to do this course to learn this model, right? And this was all from scratch. Like this was not something that like a channel that was going for a long time. This was brand new, right? And I thought this was so interesting because what he had done in that period, he had basically boxed up his knowledge and created a full-time income on a low-ticket course, right? Now you could push that a lot more. You could actually, bring that up to thousands of pounds in terms of mentoring and coaching fees and all that. Because some people, for every 9 people that are happy with a low-ticket course, there's one person that wants to jump the queue and, as it were, and pay to be in the room and just to learn and move very fast, right? But at a minimum, he's getting a couple of sales a day, right? I think it's about a £50 course, right? And I thought this was absolutely amazing, right? So maybe that's something you guys are interested on this channel. I don't know, but I don't want this all to be about Amazon. I think I want to just change it up a bit because ultimately, like all these trainings, everything I do, everything we do goes back into Amazon, into more products. So this to me fits in with my ethos perfectly, right? I have ran Amazon trainings, as I said, for the past year. I feel I've given people a lot of value. One thing I've struggled with, and I'm going to be completely honest and transparent with you guys, is sometimes a certain group of people just find it hard with Amazon because you invest in the training and the mentoring, which is very important. Like I really think, to do this without that is nigh on, I think, impossible anyway. You'll make a lot of mistakes and it will cost you more than likely, right? But you invest in that training, right? Then you have to buy the product and then you have to wait a couple of months. Like it's a long game. It's a game that works. It's a game that I happily put money into all the time, like literally all the time. But at the same time, I can understand why it's probably one of the harder things to sell in terms of education, in terms of teaching, in terms of mentorship, because it's just people don't want to wait. People want to do something that they can just pay and start doing themselves. And maybe that's why the copywriting thing is being picked up so well by students online. Whereas Amazon, like every time I mention, paid training, 99% of people are like, no. And I find that strange. Like it's not, and this isn't a criticism, by the way. This is me just trying to figure out why and reflect on it and consider it. But maybe that's something you guys are interested in as well. Maybe that's something that would be worth exploring. I don't know, but I wanted just to record this video just to see what you think, because this is not a polished channel. This is just us. This is just me, right? Me being me. So, but it's crazy, like what's possible. I might document more of that. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd be very curious to see.